welcome back to the All Things Good channel and to another video. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you are all doing really well and have had a good week. I have had a lovely week this week with only 2 days in work because I took Wednesday off for my birthday. I am now 48 and feel it, but it's fine. All things are good. It was a lovely time. I'm going to show you all that in this video. The week started with a trip to a garden centre, Berkeley Park Garden Centre actually, which is not too far away from where I live. And if you go back into my Vlogmas videos, I did take Mom there actually one day and we saw the most amazing Christmas decorations. It was stunning, and it's where I bought the St Patrick's Cathedral from, and there was the big pink carriage in the doorway of the garden centre and the singing reindeers, which were hilarious. So we went back there and had a look at their sale. And I didn't buy anything garden-like or anything home-like, but I did actually buy a couple of pieces of attire. So the first thing I got was this very nice winter scarf, which you definitely need this week because it's bloomin' freezing, freezing. Anyway, this is rather nice with all the golds and the reds in, and this was reduced to £6 from £16, so I was very pleased with that. And inside the garden centre, they'd also got an Edinburgh wool mill. No, let's do that again. Inside the garden centre, they'd also got an Edinburgh woolen mill. That's the full title. And I got a nice cardigan, really nice warm cardigan for £16, reduced from 32. So half price, and I've worn that at work today and it's really cosy. It's lovely. It's kept me warm all day long, so that's great. And of course we've done other shopping as the week's gone on. We've been here, there and everywhere, and quite frankly, rather than me go on about it, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy this week's video. So the week started with a little trip to Berkeley Park Garden Centre. It's only about 4 or 5 miles from where I live, and we don't go very often. We went just before Christmas and it was beautiful. So we came to look at the sale. Is very pleased that she's an indoor cat at the moment. The weather is beautiful and sunny. It's glorious. It's Tuesday, the 17th of January. I'm still 47. But it's freezing. -5 in the car this morning. -5. But what I'm going to do now is show you a few things, because quite a few of you have asked me the same question over the past few weeks, and that is, what are the household cleaning products and household products that I prefer to use? Now, I try to be a little bit sustainable where I can, because I like to think that I've done my bit. I do loads of recycling. I try to use sustainable products as much as I can. As you know, I love SMOL. I also love Purdy and Fig, which I'll show you more about in a little while. And there's quite a few places where I do make changes where I can, but I'm not completely sustainable at all. I can't do it. And one of the reasons I don't do it is money, because I do find that the better for the environment products are often more expensive. So I do chop and change, I mix things up a little bit, but I think if I can make some swaps somewhere for some of the time, I'm doing something. So I try to do a little bit, but I'm not wholly sustainable. And maybe one day I could be, and I'd love to be. But I will show you some of my favourite products and some of the things that I use all the time. So to begin with, we will start with washing up liquid, and I always go to Fairy, and I always go to Fairy Original. Now I do wear washing up gloves most of the time when I wash up, which is fine. And if I did that all the time, I would probably use any washing up liquid. And the other one I really like, which is a great alternative to Fairy, is Aldi's Magnum. It's superb. But if I use anything else other than Fairy and don't wear washing up gloves, I seem to have quite an allergic reaction on my hands. They get very sore and they rip, and it's really painful. And I found that if ever I use Fairy, and have done forever, I don't have that problem. So I always stick with Fairy Original. But what I do is I dispense it into this dishes, and I have that on the side there next to my hand wash, and it just looks a little bit aesthetically more pleasing, I think, on the worktop. But I always prefer Fairy Original washing up liquid, and the smell reminds me of being at my granny's house when I was little, because she always had Fairy Original. So, but the main reason is protection of my hands. I don't know what it is, I don't know why I have a bit of a reaction to other things, but I do. So that's my go-to. Bleach is bleach, isn't it? I do use bleach. I know a lot of people don't these days. Not good for our marine life and things like that, apparently. But I do use bleach because I do think down your toilets, it's the best thing to use for 100% hygiene, really. And I don't always buy Domestos, but it is my go-to favourite. I do find that the supermarket brands are much thinner, even if they say they're thick bleach. So inevitably you use a bit more because it comes out quicker. That's what I seem to find. And with Domestos, I do absolutely genuinely find that it lasts me a hell of a lot longer than any of the others. So Domestos is my go-to, and my favourite is this one, White and Sparkle. I don't know whether it really whites and sparkles more than the others, but I just seem to prefer it. So that's my favourite bleach, if you can have a favourite bleach, but yeah, that's my favourite bleach. I'm using a lot of SMOL in the laundry at the moment, which I love, which is great. And the conditioner's great because you only need a tiny amount of it. Smells beautiful. And again, I feel like I'm doing my bit. So at least half my laundry a week is SMOL. In between, I tend to go for Comfort in a fabric conditioner. This is the one I've actually bought today in Morrison's, which is Comfort Blue. That's a good old-fashioned favourite. I just really love the scent of that one. And my other favourite that's already in my cupboard, which is Quarterful, that's why I bought the other one today, is the Comfort Pure. That's suitable for little babies and very delicate skin too, dermalogically and hypoallergenic tested. That's beautiful scent as well, so you don't have to have a baby in the house to use that. It's gorgeous. But those two are my favourites in Comfort, and I really love the scent, and they do last ages. I can smell this on my clothes. My clothes smell lovely days and days after I've used it. Really good. Really love those. So Comfort's my favourite fabric conditioner. And then, oh, this is another favourite of mine. You've seen me use this before, Bin Buddy. Again, is it really essential? It probably isn't really. I do empty my kitchen bin almost daily, or about a day and a half, and it's full and it goes out to the outside bin. But while it's in the kitchen, I do sprinkle a little bit of Bin Buddy inside. This one is Spring Blossom, nice and fresh. I did have a festive one at Christmas. It's very cinnamon-like, which was lovely. And I only ever buy this in Home Bargains or B&M, so it's normally quite reasonably priced. A tiny little sprinkle just inside your bin does keep the odours away and out of your kitchen. So that is one that I use very regularly. I don't use it in the bins outside, but I do have my outside bins cleaned by the wheelie bin cleaners every month. So they always stay clean anyway, and sometimes I jet wash them myself anyway. So this is only for the indoor kitchen bin. I don't use it in bathroom bins or anything like that, but it is a product I do buy quite regularly. The other thing I buy regularly is Zoflora. I'm a big fan of Zoflora, and a little goes a very long way. But I tend to only buy this one, Mountain Air, because suitable when you've got pets. A lot of Zoflora is actually toxic to pets, particularly cats and dogs, obviously. So you have to be a bit careful with that on your worktops and your floors. If you're mopping your floors, obviously pets are on the floor all the time. But I tend to go for Mountain Air. Not only it's my favourite scent, well, my other favourite scent is Country Garden, but that isn't pet friendly, so I do have to be a bit cautious with that. I do the bathrooms with it, toilets, sinks, somewhere where the cats are not going to be. Generally, they don't tend to go in my bathrooms, but anywhere else I use the pet friendly one. But I have been a fan of Zoflora for years. I was introduced to it when I first got married by a friend who was using it, and I wasn't very worldly or anything when I got married, quite frankly. I was really quite young as well, and I didn't really know how to clean my house properly or anything. It was, you know, and she told me about this, and I don't know how long it had been out in this country at that point, but we're talking about 1998, 99, somewhere around there was the first time I found and used Zoflora. So I know some of you might think it's a relatively new thing, but it's not. I don't know how long it's been going, but I have used it for years and years and years. And over the years, they've brought out limited edition fragrances. Some have been great, and they never kept them going. I don't know why. Country Garden, I know, has been around a long time. But they do bring out some limited edition scents as well. But now I'm obviously a cat mom, I do tend to go for the pet friendly version. I also have, in my dishwasher, I actually use Fairy Platinum. I haven't got a packet actually because they've been dispensed into a little bowl. I use Fairy Platinum dishwasher capsules, and occasionally I use Finish, but I do prefer Fairy. But I always buy the Finish dishwasher freshener that you hook on one of the little racks in your dishwasher. I have tried the other supermarket owned brands, again, they don't last as long. They are cheaper generally, but I do sometimes find this on offer. This was on offer in Morrison's today, so that's not too bad at all, but that does keep the horrible smells away. But I do regularly clean my dishwasher out anyway, so you really shouldn't need the freshener if you are cleaning out regularly, but it does help, it does help. And then I often put these in the toilet. Again, they're not probably very sustainable, but I do think they're good, and I do like these ones by Bloo. They are brilliant gel, all in one, powerful foam, dirt protection, perfume, fresh and bright shine in the toilets. And of all of them, I would say that everything they say they are going to do, these ones do. I really like these, and they're not that unattractive in the toilet at all with their sort of blue marine colour going on. So I use those in the toilet, and then in the bathrooms I do have air fresheners, and I do go for the Febreze. This is my favourite scent, Cotton Fresh. Quite like Spring Awakening as well. Some of the others I don't like. I am fussy when it comes to synthetic smells. As you know, I love my candles and my reed diffusers, but synthetic smells I'm really particular on. I don't use plug-ins anymore because I know they can be dangerous and a fire hazard. I don't like the smells. I'm just picky. I'm just a bit odd like that, but this is my favourite. It lasts quite a long time. I think it says on the advert, no, it doesn't say on here, so I'm quoting something and I might be wrong, so don't take my word for this. I think on the advert it says something like lasts 60 days or something. It probably does, but I find that I change these about every 4 to 6 weeks. So the last time I changed these was just before Christmas, and we're now mid-January. So that's just about a month actually. And there's still plenty of the liquid inside them, but I noticed this morning the scent was going, so that's why I've picked up 3 for my 3 bathrooms today. They do come with a little scratch and sniff test on here when you if you find these in the supermarket, so you can buy the one that you like the smell of best. But that is my favourite, Cotton Fresh. I've told you before, I love my bathrooms to smell really nice and fresh. And at Christmas, when I've got all my Christmas candles out and things like that or whatever, I don't like those kind of smells in the bathrooms seasonally. I like to keep the bathroom smelling fresh, whatever time of year it is. So that's my favourite freshener for the bathrooms. And then the other thing that I use in the house, this has been put into here, loads of white vinegar. You've seen me use white vinegar loads. It's great on your kitchen shiny surfaces like your hobs or, you know, anything, your glassware. In fact, my job today is I'm going to go around and clean all my windows, and I only ever use white vinegar. I dispense it into this, which is a spray. You can get these off Amazon. Actually, I'll link the description for these down below. I don't know whether they're considered to be hairdresser spray water mist bottles. I suppose you could use them for that. I don't know exactly how they are described and advertised, but I actually put my white vinegar in one of those because it sprays really finely and evenly, and you can clean really easily with that. So white vinegar, fantastic for cleaning. I'd use it all over the place actually. So again, when I am cleaning, I mix between products and white vinegar, and white vinegar is so cheap. You can buy it in the supermarket really cheap. So that's a good one. And then my sustainable products, I need to refill those. These are my SMOL bottles. When you buy from SMOL, you can buy, as I mentioned in last week's video, all the laundry care, detergents and spray. There's all sorts of things that SMOL do. And if you buy their starter pack, you get these inside. And each bottle has a little label on. This one says bathroom, and it has a little picture of a bathtub. And you get a little picture of a house. And this one says purpose, so it's kind of multi-purpose around the house. This one has a little picture of a square, like a window, for glass. Now I could actually put my white vinegar in there, but I don't, because when you order from SMOL, they send you these little tablets. They almost look like dishwasher tablets. Each one is color coded to match the bottle that it goes in. You put the tablet inside, you mix it with water, you shake it up, and then you use that product in the appropriate area around the house. They're lovely, they smell great. I'm just about to top these up, so I will be ready to go with my SMOL products at some point this week around the house. So I like to use my sustainable products as cleaning products around the house in terms of, you know, like sideboards and things in the lounge and things like that. And I'm aware that where the cats go, I don't use anything too harsh, and obviously bleach is only in the bathrooms and things like that, obviously. So I do try to do my bit a little bit. And another one that I really like is by a company called Purdy and Fig, which I found on Instagram. And again, they do starter kits and things like that when you buy from them. But with Purdy and Fig, you get a bottle, it's a glass bottle actually, and you buy these, or it comes with these oil scents, 3 of them. I can't remember which one I've got in at the moment. I think it's something like Flower Garden or something, not sure. And on them it tells you where you can use. This is counter clean, but you can use these anywhere. And I've got a lifting citrus fragrance and a grounding vetiver. Do you pronounce it vetiver? And this one's something like Flower Garden or something. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. I'll figure out which one that is. You put the whole bottle of oil into here, again, mix it with water, shake it up. When you clean with this, you get a lovely streak-free clean, but it makes your house smell like a spa. It's amazing because it's all these essential oils going into here. So that's really great. The only thing I would say with Purdy and Fig from a personal point of view is I do find it a little bit pricey. So I don't subscribe to their subscription service, which they do have, but I do use them and I restock from time to time as and when I need them. And because I switch between sustainable and non-sustainable products, I don't actually buy too often, not as often as I would if I was subscribing to them, but I do love them. I think they're great. And I think that's practically it. These are the bits here on the table are just bits I've bought in Morrison's today. I bought myself some deodorant and some makeup. You don't need to see those really. But that's to answer your question really as to the products I use around my house. I do love keeping my house clean. I'm a big fan of that. I always have been very, very tidy and very clean. And well, now that these are out, really, I shouldn't put them away. I need to just get cracking and, well, do some housework, quite frankly, because looking at all these products, I've realised that I haven't used some of them for a few days, for quite a while actually. So it's my birthday tomorrow, I'm not going to do anything then. So let's get house cleaning. So when I'm doing the windows in my house, I use white vinegar only, and I actually have a Karcher window cleaner. I should link the description for it down below. Even though mine is very, very old, I find it great. Basically acts like a hoover. So you spray the product, in my case white vinegar, onto the windows, then you hoover it up, and then you can just wipe over with a cloth, just the little edges that you can't quite get to. And you have a perfect smear-free glass window. Okay, so my house is clean, but I've just done the Juliet balcony windows in my lounge, nothing else. That's all I've done, those 4. And look at the colour of the water. It's jet black. Jet black. Now I haven't done these for a few weeks, so I'm guessing a lot of that might be the candles that were in here over Christmas that have caused the black. But I am mortified. But look how this Karcher works. And you can empty them really easily. And it just saves all that drip and smears all over your windows. They are fantastic. So you spray and then you switch this on. So you hoover basically the product, which in my case is white vinegar, obviously, off the window, and it hoovers it up into there. But look at that. Jet black. I'm going to have to do the whole house now. Brilliant. It's Wednesday the 18th of January. It's my birthday. And look what we've woken up to. I think that's the first time in probably 40 years, maybe, that there has been snow on my birthday. Used to get a lot of it as a kid, but not so much these days. But there you go. We've got a little sprinkling of the white stuff. We're going out today, Mother, and it's snowing. But it's a special day, isn't it? What's happening today?
It's birthday.
It's birthday day today.
Birthday day. And
The sun's... We can't have a birthday and a day off work without going to the shops. We're doing a little trip to the shops because we're going out this evening, aren't we? So we don't want to be out all day. But I want to go to Tkmaxx because I'd like to buy... Let's turn that blower off so that you can hear us. I'd like to buy a couple of new candles actually to replace ones that... to replace the Christmas ones and the ones that are finished. So hopefully I'll find a nice couple of candles in Tkmaxx or a reed diffuser or something like that. But we've woke up to snow, which looks beautiful, and the sun is glorious. It couldn't be more beautiful. But I don't think there's been snow, actually to have snowed on my birthday, from what I can remember, in probably 40 years.
Oh my God.
Because I can remember on my 8th birthday waking up to about 6 foot of snow.
Oh right.
And you've got a photograph somewhere of me.
Yes, I have.
At the house,
yeah.
With a snow shovel, trying to clear your lawn.
That's right.
And I was only 8 because I know the date's written on the back.
But you wanted to help.
And I wanted to help, but the snow was coming up to my thighs then.
Yeah.
And we had to cancel the party.
That's right.
But there was a few parties where there was snow on my birthday as a child.
Absolutely.
That we don't get that kind of snow anymore.
No.
This is only about, I don't know, 2 inches maybe? The main roads seem all right, but the sun is beautiful. Are you looking forward to going out for something to eat later, Mum?
Oh, definitely.
Any ideas what you might have yet, or going to wait and see what's on offer? Possibly whale and chips again.
Yes.
We shall see.
I'm an old doll, but I'm always busy.
You're all right for an old doll, aren't you? As they say.
Yes, that's the Americans say. But they haven't said it to me, actually. 'Cause I haven't been
You're
to
old
America.
doll.
Last time I went to America, I was young.
When was the last time you went to America? Let's have a think.
San Cahoon.
20 years maybe?
Yes.
About 20 years.
Yeah.
15, 20 years maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, probably is. Gosh. But before that you were going regularly, weren't you?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to have to put my sunglasses on to drive. It's very, very bright. It's beautiful. Yeah, you did go regularly. So, where have you been to in America, Mum? Can you remember the places?
Vermont.
Vermont,
New York.
New York, New Jersey,
New Jersey.
Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara
I went
Falls.
there as well. That was amazing. Canada.
Canada.
Did you go to Washington with Dad?
Yes.
Yeah.
We spent a day there.
And I know he went to Kansas, but I'm not sure whether that was a trip he went and you didn't go. There was one American trip you didn't go to.
No, I didn't go.
But I can't remember
He went
where
with
he went.
a friend of ours called Ian West.
Yes, he did. But I think he went to Kansas on that trip, because I don't think you've been to Kansas, have you?
No. It's a fascinating trip.
Florida.
I think everybody should go to America.
I do. I think everybody should go to America. It's a great experience. Been to Florida, haven't you?
Yes.
The Florida Keys we went to.
Yes, wonderful. And the falls in Niagara are marvellous.
Aren't they?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'll tell you what, we've got about, haven't we? We did some amazing holidays.
Absolutely.
Because of Dad's hobby, really.
Yeah.
But we've seen some great stuff.
It'd say, shall we go to such and such a place? We'd all say, yes.
Yeah. You're going to go, yeah.
Yes.
I know. How lucky were we, really?
Yes.
And obviously you've got a niece in New Jersey. She's been there many years now, hasn't she? Probably, I don't know, 35, 40 years.
Yes, at least 40 years.
And I've got, obviously she's my cousin, and she has children and grandchildren, so there's a few relatives in New Jersey.
So
I'd like to get over at some point.
we've certainly got someone to go and visit there.
Yeah, that's it. I always love a little mooch around Tkmaxx, but I'd come today specifically to buy a candle or a reed diffuser. But I just love all the mix of different brands and high quality items that they have. How much are they? You like sunglasses at the minute, don't you? Oh, they've got good UV protection on them as well, Mum. They'll probably be on this one.
There you go. £17.
£17. Very good. Good designer glasses. Hello. There's quite a few nice ones there. Oh, look at me all snow swept, rather. Snow swept. It's 1:30 on my birthday, the 18th of January. Had I mentioned it? The temperature's really dropped again in the last hour. The sun has gone in a little bit. It's been the most beautiful morning. It really has. Absolutely gorgeous. I've just been eating a biscuit, excuse me. I'm going to have a nice warm cup of coffee now. But a few things to show you. So I've just got home to quite a lot of birthday cards, which was lovely, but also something I ordered a couple of weeks ago from a company called the Little Wooden Sign Company, and they sell handmade farmhouse rustic signs and accessories. Found them on Instagram, and I've got 2 more little tiered tray wooden signs, Hello Spring. So I'm going to pop those on my tiered tray in just a minute, and I will also link the Little Wooden Sign Company's details down below for you. So my little tray is now looking spring-like, definitely. I'm really enjoying how that's coming together. I love having the little seasonal bits on my tiered tray, it's great. And I've been to Tkmaxx with Mom this morning, so I picked myself up some birthday presents, a couple of candles that I wanted to freshen everything up, and I'll show you what I've got. So, let's get everything out the bag. Right, to begin with, I found these, which I thought were rather nice, a packet of hanging sachets, scented hanging sachets, and you can put them anywhere in the house actually. You could put them in suitcases, it says on the back, if you're going on holiday, in your hotel room to freshen your environment while travelling, and at home in drawers, closets, subtle fragrance with light scent of linen and clothing. Okay, it's lost in translation slightly there. I don't know where these are originally from, but they do smell very fresh and like fresh linen. So that's nice. I'm going to put those in my wardrobe, I think, and in a couple of my drawers that have got clothes in. So that was the first thing I thought. Then I found 2 items by a company called Tkmaxx London. The first one I got was a candle in Thai spa. So that's, oh yes, very spa-like. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that's lovely and fresh. Lovely for the spring. In a nice little glass jar. Does it tell me what the scent actually is so I can describe it to you? Not really. What notes are in it, etc. How can I describe it? It's quite citrus as opposed to floral. It's definitely citrusy. There's orange actually in there as well. Orange and lemon, lovely. Very, very, very fresh. So that's a candle I got. I also got in Tkmaxx London a reed diffuser, and this is just called Tkmaxx Original. But there was no tester out, so I don't know what this smells like. But I really like the bottle. It comes with black reeds. I don't really have a preference as to black or white reeds. Depends where it is in the house. I am a bit fussy. Sometimes I like it with white reeds and sometimes with black. So if I can get the stopper off this. Oh, that was easy. Like it. Oh, it's lovely. It's classy and it's quite subtle actually, but it's just sort of like a classy hotel reception kind of, what the hell am I talking about? It smells like a hotel reception. It smells like a nice subtle perfume, but it's not floral. I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm super impressed with those. But it's woody, it's not, yeah, it's woody. It's fresh woody, if that makes sense. It's not citrusy and it's not floral, but it's very classy. That's really nice. And when you've got your new reeds, pop them in and leave them for a couple of hours before you then turn them round and have it on display. And that way you've already got some product on the reeds and it will start scenting your room straight away. So I've got those 2. I also got some macadamia natural oil hair treatment. So I'm going to have I've got to go to the hairdressers tomorrow, but at the weekend, because I'm going out on Sunday, I thought I would have a nice hair mask. So this was £16.99, a bit pricey, but it should have been £65. So I'm hoping this is a miracle worker, quite frankly. And this is a deep repair mask. I've had macadamia oil before in a little hair oil some years ago actually, and it smells very nice. Oh, I'm not going to open this one. There was a tester opened in Tkmaxx and it just smells really nutty, gorgeous. So I'm sure that will make my hair look far less swept away than it does at the moment. I got these two Spa Sister Big Spa sponges in tie-dye, 2 in there, so me and Grace can have one each. New sort of sponges for our shower. Thought they were really good. That was $4.99. Doesn't have a what it should have been price, so I think it's just one of their regular prices. That $4.99, not reduced from anything, but they're very like just very high quality sponge really. Some of these you can get very cheap, can't you, in supermarkets and what have you, but they can be quite small and quite flimsy and they come apart after a few washes. These feel really good quality ones, so I was pleased with that. And I also got an item of clothing. Now this item of clothing is $24.99. It is a hoodie and it says Choose Love, and this was actually an item. They've got lots in this range, lots of different hoodies in different colours and lots of t-shirts and tops, all with Choose Love on, and £4 of every, this is $24.99, £4 of every item that you buy is going to a child refuge programme to support the people in Ukraine. So I was very pleased with that. The Choose Love charity you can see online as well if you want to know a little bit more about it. So it's supporting the child refugees across Europe, but those particularly affected by the Ukraine crisis. So I was really pleased about that. And Choose Love, my God, that's the saying of the year, isn't it? So I'm loving that. I should be wearing that very soon. And those are my purchases in Tkmaxx. So those are my little birthday presents to myself. I haven't seen Grace yet this morning. Well, I saw her briefly when she woke up at about 11 o'clock, but she's now out. But she bought me a lovely bunch of flowers yesterday. But she tells me she's got something else for me as well, so I'll just have to wait for that for this afternoon. Had a lovely text message from Adam this morning. Obviously I won't see him, he's at uni, but he's going to call this evening. So I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon sorting my candles out, putting my sachets in my drawers and my wardrobe. I'm going to have a chill out with a cup of coffee and I might watch a film. How delightful. Oh, the sun's come out again. It's glorious. What a lovely day I'm having. And then we're going to have a nice big gin. Birthday wishes, having a lovely meal. Oh, thank you. So here we are having our moment on the bed with curly hair. I've been to the hairdressers today. So if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that my hairdresser, when she's coloured my hair, she loves to curl it as well. So I always come out of the hairdressers with curly hair. I've got my Choose Love hoodie on, loving it, loving it. It's been a quite long video this week, hasn't it? But it's been a busy week. So it's been a lovely week. And today, again, the skies are blue, the sun is shining. We had a little bit of frost and ice this morning. We've had a little drizzle of snow again this afternoon as well. But I love it bright and light and sunny, whether it's snowing or not. So it has been a lovely week, a lovely birthday week. I have had beautiful presents from the family and just lovely time, lovely meal out. It's been relaxed, it's been peaceful, it's been without drama and interruption and all those kind of things that I used to experience, because my ex-partner's birthday is the same day as mine. So there was no competition, trauma, rage fits, all those horrible things that used to come on my birthday that I had for many, many years. So I had a delightful, delightful birthday. Thank you so much for all your lovely wishes that you've sent me through Facebook and Instagram. I really, really appreciate it. So I am now planning for my weekend ahead. I've got my reunion dinner on Sunday, so that's going to be really nice, something to look forward to. And I'll probably have quite a busy week coming up as well. I've only been in work twice this week because I took my birthday off, so there'll be a lot of work for me to do next week, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of time for shopping and shenanigans, no doubt. So I am going to say goodbye to you now, and thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. Hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it for you. As I say, I've had a lovely week, and thank you so much again for all your lovely comments. So I hope you have a really, really good and productive week. So stay safe, stay in the boat, and keep doing all things good. Have a wonderful week. I will see you next Sunday. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye.